Where the marcels at? Where the marcels at? Where the marcels at? Clap them one time. Oh, 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 oh. I got my marcels in my hand. Y'all, I am so excited right now. I finally got me one. I finally got me a stove. Y'all, I'm so excited right now. See, when I first opened up my salon in 2022, I had already made up in my mind that I'm gonna be one of those rare new school stylists that be using the marcels. That be using the marcels with the stoves. Because when I was first introduced to them in beauty school, I fell in love. Now, we most of the time use plug-ins, but I'm like, they ain't got nothing on these with the stoves and everything. And there was this beauty shop that I used to intern for a while. I was in beauty school, and she was a sole proprietor, and she was an old school stylist, and this was all she used. I mean, she had a few plug-ins, but 95% of the time, this is what she used. She used the stove with the marcels. So like I said, back in 2022 when I first opened, I already had it made up in my mind I was gonna be one of those new school, those rare new school stylists that still use the marcels. So I got all of this. The flat irons, the curlers, the hot combs. I had gotten all of this, right? As soon as I was about to get the stove, I instantly realized, which was probably the Holy Spirit that was telling me, but I just know I instantly realized that I couldn't get the stove. You wanna know why? Because in my old salon suite, the station that I had put vanity lights on the mirror. Ooh. And of course, we professionals know those stoves get extremely hot. I was like, wait a minute, I can't get those stoves. That's a fire hazard. The vanity lights with the... And I was so disappointed. I said, God dog it. So I just made lemonade out of lemons, and oh my God. Yeah, I know, it's a lot of cords, okay? But I got me some titanium flat irons, I got me some I got me a hot comb and then the small little, I'm like, I'm gonna make the best of it. But it's too many cords. It's too freaking many cords. So finally one day I said, you know what? I ain't got them vanity lights no more. I could get my stove, and I could temper my freaking Marcel curlers. So I don't know where I'm gonna put these. I may just leave them where they were, but I'm just glad I got to deal with all these cords. Keep them for backup, but y'all. So I said all of that to say, come temper my Marcel curlers with me and my hot comb and everything. Come, let's go. More plug-ins. All right, you guys. So you guys notice how shiny the marcels look when they're new. That's just the coating that the manufacturers put on there. So to kind of get that off and to temper them and to make them look very dull, you want to put oil on there. Well, really, I recommend oil sheen, but I didn't have any at the time. Crazy, right? I know. So I just used oil, and then you want to wipe the excess oil off. And then you want to leave it in the stove until you see smoke. And when you see smoke, that's how you know that it's good and tempered. They were still a little shiny afterwards, but that was just because of the oil. I might have put a little too much on the flat iron, but whatever. And then I was going to do the same for the rest of them. So guys, I actually had a client that came in and wanted a silk press, and I normally hot comb the roots before I flat iron. So that's why the hot comb look all burnt, because not only was it tempered, it was used as well, so it stayed in the stove a little bit longer.